Hello, dear friends from Canada. Greetings from Bulgaria. I am Dobrin Dobrev-Phiniotis, a participant in the International Children's Assembly, Banner of Peace, Sofia, 1979. I am currently the director of the Bulgarian Cultural Center, Елисавета Багряна in Limasol, Republic of Cyprus, and chairman of the Bulgaria-Cyprus Cultural Association. Without borders. One of Ludmila Zhivkova's major and successful initiatives was the International Children's Assembly Banner of Peace, which stands out as one of the unique events in Bulgaria's cultural life. The movement is characterized by its effort to overcome national borders, as well as those of the CMEA and the Warsaw Pact, fostering communication between peoples through cultural and spiritual connections. At the heart of the project is the humanitarian goal to awaken and encourage the creative spark in children who from an early age should be guided toward a much deeper and more meaningful life. The reason for creating the assembly was that the United Nations declared 1979 the International Year of the Child. Ludmila Zhivkova decided to bring her ideas to life by fostering the creative potential of Bulgaria's younger generation, so the country could host the international event. There should be an international park with flowers that children from all over the world will bring. I think that in 20 years this place will be the spiritual center of Sofia. These are the words of Ludmila Zhivkova, referring to the future assembly spoken to Bogomil Reynov. The assembly's motto, unity, creativity, beauty is no coincidence. It was borrowed from Nicholas Roerich in connection with an international agreement ensuring the protection of artistic monuments in the event of armed conflict. This motto carries within it the need to awaken the potential creative powers of the human being, from the spiritual renewal and transformation of his consciousness to the deliberate directing of his will and effort. The only right path is to strive toward the beautiful world of discovery, becoming a creator from the very first moment the initiative is discussed. Ludmila Zhivkova explains that the intention is not simply to organize yet another event for defending peace and promoting certain processes. In the context of disarmament, for Zhivkova, the concept of peace means giving people the opportunity to develop according to the laws of beauty, to constantly expand their strength and abilities, to grow in harmony, and ultimately to affirm this boundless path of human development and evolution. I want to take you back to 1979 by reading you a letter, a message from the children who took part in the International Children's Assembly Banner of Peace to their Bulgarian friends. Dear Bulgarian friends, your country gave us its vast open spaces where we spent 7 days filled with songs, games, and winds of poetry, colors, and sounds. She gave us the bright stars of her radiant child, so we would remember that before us lie the boundless cosmic depths and the unexplored paths of the stars. She gave us the children of her birth, so we could carry forever in our hearts the warmth of friendship. She gave us the sparkle of her snowy peaks, so we could understand that creativity knows no bounds. She gave us the gold of her wheat sheaves, so we would remember that unity is the truth that those who strive for beauty must seek. We loved it forever. Your country and this land merged into one shared harmony, into a single song of peace. The different strings, the bells of our countries and peoples, the bells whose voices we all use to express our shared aspiration toward cooperation and perfection. The bells that merged their sound into the powerful realm of renewal and transformation of the world became a symbol of unity, creativity, and beauty. Ludmila Zhivkova did as much for Bulgarian culture as all the governments combined. After her, taken together, they still haven't managed to this day. I believe it's not right for the press and for people who worked with her to keep writing about her death, about purely personal matters that everyone faces, as well as about private family relationships. So far, I haven't refuted anything, says Evgenia Zhivkova. As her daughter, I have no intention of doing that because it's beneath my dignity. Many of these people ultimately never managed to reach the essence of the deeply philosophical issues my mother dealt with. Continues Evgenia Zhivkova, it's high time we thought about what Ludmila gave to Bulgaria through culture. Culture is the drive of everything that exists, and above all of the highly organized, thinking human being toward growth and self-improvement. Let me also touch on the etymology of the term. Culture is reverence for the light, a striving toward the light, and the very concept carries and reflects the action of the unique law that drives nature and humanity upward along the steps of evolution. That's how the daughter of hopes thought, as they used to call her, and still do to this day, the one who wanted to and began to change Bulgaria. For the better, the one many people try to erase from memory, fearing her extraordinary influence both while she was alive and even after her death. Ludmila was an extraordinary figure of global renown, marked by exceptional modesty and distinguished in her work through speech, gestures, and warmth. We often talked about work, and at first the conversation was difficult, as it usually is when people are just getting to know each other. But gradually, as the clock ticked on and the sun dipped towards sunset, she became more relaxed and open. I can see that people crave to be in charge, but do they wish to train their will because they lack a sense of limits and responsibility? These are part of the memories of Freiter Bogomil Reynov. I also want us to return again to the atmosphere of August 1979. Just let Amadou Mahtar handle it. The Director General of UNESCO was at least present at the 1979 Assembly. Madam Chair, young people of the world, there is no ceremony more exciting than the one we are part of right now. There is no ceremony with deeper meaning than today's. Young people from all over the world have gathered here, and we should be grateful to the people and government of Bulgaria for taking this initiative. This gathering of young people from around the world is unlike any other event. You have come freely from every country in the world to bear witness and at the same time express your faith in the future of the world and to show your attachment to your own culture. To express your commitment to the idea that art knows no boundaries, that it is a universal language, and that everywhere in the world creativity is both a personal and a collective endeavor. A personal matter because individuals express their own sensations and feelings, and a public matter because no one can express anything other than the experience they have drawn from their own society. Thank you all. I would like to thank the countries and nations that have helped turn this place into a place of peace, mutual understanding, and brotherhood. UNESCO thanks you and is with you. Thank you. Those are part of the words of UNESCO's Director General. I want to conclude by saying that very few of the prominent Bulgarian politicians from the recent past and present can boast of having met at the highest level, with figures and legends like Indira Gandhi, the Tibetan spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama, the then Secretary General of the United Nations, Kurt Waldheim, the then President of the Federal Republic of Germany, Karl Carstens, American businessman Dr. Armand Hammer, artist Svetoslav Roerich, and a whole host of heads of state, government leaders, and ministers of culture. Spiritual leaders and prominent figures in art and culture from all over the world, along with many others who shaped the face of the 20th century, were among those Ludmila Zhivkova, Bulgaria's Minister of Culture, met, and not just formally, but with full awareness that they were among the most exalted builders of a new era, before whose altar she laid down her offering without compromise. An act of conscious self-sacrifice her young and beautiful life. I wish you all the